It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Wednesday, June 26th, and on today's show, we talk about naming cars, a risky airport dating hack, what would you do with 5,000 why things? Chantel loves EDM.
No.
3 therapy sessions for Chantel, the new wall o' computers, and Chantel and football sitting in a tree.
Thanks for listening. You can hear the show live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Enjoy today's show.
Classy 97, it is Josh and Chantel. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good
How are you?
morning.
All right, so today is World Drug Day because understanding the dangers and effects of substances is crucial for making informed choices and protecting your health. This is about prescription drugs.
Oh.
So that's kind of a big deal. It is National Stitch Day, as in Lilo and Stitch.
Oh. He gets his own day?
Apparently, yeah.
All right.
It's Beautician's Day today and World Refrigeration Day. Don't take for granted the fridge.
I don't. I never do.
We haven't always had refrigeration, so it's a big deal.
Well, we have.
Okay.
Society
we as
hasn't,
humanity,
but you and me have not.
Right.
We've always had refrigeration.
Right. I've never had to dig a hole and put.
I was born with refrigeration.
True. Don't take it for granted, though.
I don't.
All right. It's Chocolate Pudding Day today, which is delicious. It is National Canoe Day as well.
Canoe?
Mm-hmm. You rode in a canoe.
Yes.
While I paddled the canoe.
How dare you?
How dare I?
I canoed. I paddled.
Is it called that? I canoed?
I canoed.
I don't think that's the right word. But would you say I went canoeing?
You went canoeing for 50 miles.
I canoed a lot.
And you got people lost.
We weren't lost. We just ended up not where we were supposed to be.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's really hard to get lost on a reservoir. Like the reservoir is just a big body of water. That'd be like I got lost in this puddle. Just a bigger puddle.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm over it.
It sounds like it.
Good morning. It's Josh and Chantel.
Those are the only days?
That's it.
Refrigeration Day, Chocolate Pudding Day, and Stitch Day?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, here it is.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We're one of those people. We're two of those people that name our cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do that. There's some people who don't do that, but
I grew
those
up
people.
with cars had names.
I did not, but I like it. I think it's fun. There are 3 things that people consider when naming their car.
What are they?
Do you know what they are?
No. What are they?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Personality.
Of the vehicle?
Of the vehicle.
All right.
Followed by make and model.
Okay.
And then how it performs.
All right.
For example, personality. We had an Xterra. We named it Maxwell.
Right. That had nothing to do with the personality
car.
other than it was an Xterra, so it had the X in it, and so did Maxwell.
Well, and at the time, there was that commercial with that little pig.
Correct.
And his name was Maxwell. And
right.
Emery loved that commercial.
So it just made sense.
And then we called it Max.
Right.
My car currently is named Zippy because it's real fast.
Right. Or Flink. We called it Flink for a while because that's zippy in German.
And the car's a
Volkswagen.
German.
Yeah.
We're clever.
I know.
We're so clever.
Yeah.
What?
I don't have a name yet.
You don't have a name yet?
No,
well, we kind of didn't really settle on a name for your last truck either.
Well, yeah, no.
I mean, we were like, yeah, we could call it Lily.
It was called Lily for a while. Something to do with the pay it forward movement and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it was white, so that just made sense.
But it never really stuck because it wasn't that truck's personality.
Right. So I got to get to know the vehicle a little bit more. I can't rush in.
You don't know its personality.
Not yet.
This one, you don't know the personality.
So I'm gonna learn.
Tundra. It's a tundra. What could we? Kind of fun thing could we do with tundra?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Nothing's too early.
I know.
Nothing's rolling off the tongue.
The creativity isn't flowing.
I did have a car
so
named
quick.
Margaret, but it was pre-named.
It was named Margaret.
Came with that name.
But it fit.
It did fit.
We just kept the name. Margaret was great. That's like when you adopt a dog. Like, okay, the dog's name is this, has been this. We should probably just stick with that.
Keep it. Yeah. Especially if it fits and it works.
Unless it's young enough that if you change the name, it'll start learning a different name. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't think cars are going to unlearn their names.
Yeah. No, they don't usually do what you tell them.
They're not really live creatures.
Yeah.
So
True.
Let me tell you about this airport dating hack that's been going around.
Are people dating at the airport?
They're trying to.
How's this work?
Well, okay. And it's just two women.
I'm really confused.
Two women went looking for boyfriends using luggage tags at the airport.
Oh, is that right?
They grabbed a bunch of tags and wrote their phone number on them, along with their name that said, "Call me if you're single." Then they tied them to random suitcases at baggage claim.
Oh, no. This feels very
sketchy.
Dangerous.
Yes.
And also, how would you feel if I pulled my bag off baggage claim and there was a tag that said, "Call me if you're single"?
I'd say, where'd that come from?
And I would honestly be able to say, I have no idea.
My bag has been under the plane this whole time. I don't know who put that there.
Also, who's leaving their bag unattended long enough for somebody to sneak a tag on?
Good point. That is a big no-no at the airports. You're not supposed to leave your bag unattended.
Go on with the story.
That is it.
That's it?
The whole story.
Wow.
Now, these two women are actually a country pop duo called Heartland Ray.
Okay.
And they're, quote, internet famous. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, well.
They can be that
Do you
famous.
run around in country music circles on the internet?
No, good point.
Yeah, your algorithm isn't bringing you whatever their name was.
No, country's not my jam.
Right.
So I'm not hanging out where Heartland Ray is hanging out. Alexis and Julia.
Mm-hmm. I think
Call
Alexis and Julia might have made this up.
Well, duh. Yeah, they did. But
no, not just as a concept. I think the video itself that this whole story is based on.
You think it's all?
I think it's a publicity thing. People don't leave their bags unattended long enough for that to be a thing. It's made up.
When we were just recently at the airport in April, there was a woman who was sitting by us, and she said, "Hey, can you guys watch my bags really quick?
Said we look trustworthy.
So I could go to the restroom." And I went, "Ooh, that is, you're not supposed to do that."
Right.
But then I went, she goes, I know. She goes, I've got 3 bags. I got a big coat because she had just come back from skiing.
Yep.
She's like, I don't want to truck all this to the bathroom and stuff it in. And they make those airport bathrooms big enough that you can put your luggage in there, but it is kind of a pain in the butt to truck it all into the bathroom stall with you. And then you have to put it while you're washing your hands. It's hard.
You're exhausted just thinking about it.
Yes.
Airport bathroom.
But you're right. I think that nobody
whole thing
leaves
is
their
made up.
suitcases unattended
Nope.
long enough to do that. Unless, because you know how, like, when the bags come out of baggage claim, they're just going around. And there's some bags that do get pulled off because they've been going around so many times that there are unattended bags there at baggage claim.
There are so many people encircling baggage claim. Even if they pulled off somebody's bag just at random, they have no idea whose bag it is, which is what you said they were doing, just random.
Yeah.
The likelihood of someone standing there going, "Why'd you grab my bag?"
Nobody. Yeah, that's fair. If it's
not real. It's It just isn't
What?
real.
Everything on the internet is real.
Not this one.
This is all real.
No way. Not this one.
Do you kind of want to try it?
Nope.
Josh.
No. I'm good.
Call me if you're single.
I'm not single.
555.
555. 555. 5555. Good news to get you going, Chantel.
What is it, Josh?
Well, today I'm going to tell you about this charity called Winston's Wish.
Okay.
They are in England, and they support kids who have lost a parent or someone important in their life. And they recently received an unexpected gift. They got an envelope with $1,200 cash. It was delivered to Winston's Wish with no return address label, and the donation was completely anonymous.
No.
So after doing a little bit of digging, Winston's Wish learned that there were 4 charities, at least, so far anyway, that have received an envelope filled with cash. Just like the other recipients of the random cash donations, it was sent in a large folded-over envelope, handwritten address, no return address. Big amounts of cash.
That's awesome. They don't know who it's from.
They have no clue.
No idea.
They have no idea who sent the money.
Nobody sends me
No,
envelopes of cash.
You are correct. The donations are suspected to be from the same anonymous person because they seem very similar.
Right.
One of the leaders of the charity Winston's Wish, her name is Olivia.
The charity is for again?
They support kids who have lost a parent or someone important in their life.
Okay.
So one of the leaders of the charity, named Olivia, said that the donation will help fund the charity's helpline. She also arranged for a photo shoot with some children wearing Winston's Wish T-shirts, holding a thank you sign, with the hopes that through social media that post would reach the generous person who sent the cash.
Yeah.
So at least they'd know that they were told thank you.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like
Random anonymous cash donations to charity.
Just showing up.
Just making it happen. Somebody, well done, whomever you are. What a great random anonymous act of kindness. That's very cool.
That is cool.
So
Winston's
keep it up if you
Wish.
can. That's cool. And Winston's Wish, congratulations on the donation. And the other 3 charities as well. I don't know who they were, but congratulations to them as well. Doing good work. It's good news to get you going on Classy 97. I saw something this morning, and I had to ask you the question because it's an interesting one to me.
It is.
And the question is, you can have 5,000 of anything that starts with the letter Y. What are you going to choose?
Okay. I thought the first things that came to my mind were yo-yo, yams.
Yarn?
Yarn. I didn't think about yarn.
5,000 yarn skeins?
No, that's too much yarn.
It's too much of everything.
It's too much of everything.
5,000 of anything is a lot.
You're right. And then I was like, okay, I got to think of something that I can sell.
Okay.
And then I thought about Yeezys.
Which is Kanye West's shoe wear.
Yes.
Which I think it doesn't exist anymore because he was partnered with Adidas and somebody and they had a whole falling out.
Oh,
so then he was like, I'm going to work with somebody else. I imagine they're just in high demand. But anyway, you want 5,000 pairs of shoes?
Yeah, because then I'll just sell them and make money.
All right. So along the same lines, 5,000 yachts. Those sell for a lot more than a pair of shoes.
I get that, Josh. But what are you going to do with them?
Sell them. What are you going to do with 5,000 pairs of shoes?
Those are easier to contain than 5,000 yachts. There's not enough ocean property for you to rent.
Yes, there is. I don't need to. I'm going to move these things quick.
Are you? You think you're going to find 5,000 people to buy yachts?
I don't have to sell them at yacht prices. I was given them 100% profit. 5,000 yachts. That's a great idea.
No way, man.
One person said,
you're going to be swimming in yachts with nowhere to put them.
I'm going to be boating in yachts, not swimming. Be above the water. Someone said 5,000 years worth of income. That starts with a Y, which I thought was interesting. And then somebody put it into perspective and said, if you make $100,000 per year for 5,000 years, that will put you halfway to being a billionaire.
Wait, what is it?
$100,000 per year
Yeah.
for 5,000 years will put you at halfway to being a billionaire.
Halfway. Sheesh.
That's a lot. $1 billion is so much money.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
insane.
It is.
So that's wild.
I want to be a billionaire.
Somebody said they want 5,000 Yamahas.
Oh.
They make lots of different
Yeah,
stuff.
they do.
Somebody said yaks. Somebody said
No.
Yetis. Somebody said yogurt.
Yaks? What are
Yeah.
you going to do with yaks? Also, 5,000 yogurts, those are going to expire before you can eat them all.
Somebody said years of compound interest on my current savings.
These are too logical.
Okay. What about 5,000 Yankovics, as in
Weird Al? No.
5,000 Yankovics.
No. It's too much. Hey, I saw a toy. Speaking of Yankovic, I saw a toy accordion the other day. I'm going to buy it.
I know you are. 5,000 Yodas.
No, I don't like any of these options.
Yellow gold bars.
What about 5,000 yearbooks?
Okay. What are you going to do with that? And is it just random, or is it just 5,000 copies of your high school senior year?
You decide.
Ugh.
Yeah, those are awful.
Somebody said, I thought I wanted 5,000 yen, but that works out to $31.29.
Oh, no. But that's $31.29 you did not have before.
True. Yurts. 5,000 yurts.
You could also rent those out.
Sure. Or I could get 5,000 yachts and make the money way quicker.
Bro, you don't have space to house those.
I don't need it. It's all profit.
I understand that.
Then it's somebody else's problem.
But you have to house them until you sell them.
For one day.
No way, dude. You're not gonna sell those in one day.
Bet.
I bet you.
I bet I could sell 5,000 yachts in one day.
All right. The same way that you're going to land a plane if you need to. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've had practice. Could do it with a PlayStation controller if I had to.
I don't like listening to EDM music.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it stands for.
Electronic dance
music.
Uh-huh.
It just sounds like noise.
So when you say EDM music, you're saying electronic dance music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's fine.
You say it sounds like noise?
It just sounds like too much noise. It's chaotic. There's not enough rhythm. It's chaos. I don't enjoy it. And then you called me out last night and said, I think the reason that you don't like it is because you listen to music for the lyrics.
Right. You're a lyrical type person. You get really into the words of a song, and that helps you decide whether or not you're going to like it or add it to a playlist. I think there's a general sound where a song you're going to go like, yeah, I like the way this makes me feel. I like that it makes me dance.
Got to catch you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But you, as far as a quality of song is concerned, you'll go like, no, this song pulls on my heartstrings. Or, you have a whole band that you love that just speaks to my heart. Like you say stuff like that. Like their songs, he's writing it for me.
Not anymore. His new stuff is terrible.
Okay, it doesn't matter. The point is, I would say the point is that you are way more in tune with the lyrics, than anything else.
I agree with you, but is that to say, does EDM have lyrics?
Sure, they use samples from songs to put lyrics in. Yeah.
Ew. Get your own music, EDM. Quit stealing music from other people.
I've been trying to find something as a good example, but it's taken me too long.
A good example of what?
Of some EDM that you might be into.
No.
But it's taken me too long to find it.
Yeah, you'll never find it.
Okay. I mean, listen, there are songs that fall into the category that you would be into, like this. you're totally into like Rockefeller Skank from Fatboy Slim.
I don't think that I am.
No?
No.
But then there's even like EDM covers of stuff like Ed Sheeran, but it's got that like beat to it. So, yeah.
No.
So it's
no. I really
you don't like it.
No.
Even if you like the song that's being sampled in the EDM world.
Yeah.
Is that true? Heat waves, but EDM.
All right, let me listen. Heat waves?
Yeah.
By
from
Glass Animals?
Yeah. But it's got that EDM beat.
No. No, I really don't. I don't.
You feel like it's ruined the song.
Yes.
I can pick that up. So you're just not a big fan of EDM.
And I am not. And I think you were trying to convince me to like it last night. And I just never. The second it comes on, my head starts to hurt. I go, now I have a headache.
All
now
right.
you've done this.
I think I wasn't necessarily trying to get you to like it. I was trying to get you to change your perspective to give it a chance.
Oh.
No.
I'm too old for that.
Is that right?
Well,
these young people and their electronic dance
there's
music.
a young woman who works here, and she likes EDM,
Yeah.
and she called me a grandma for not liking it, and that's okay. These young kids and their music,
Yeah,
I just don't understand.
Head banging.
They don't headbang to EDM.
I don't know.
What do they do?
Jumping up and down.
No, they do the rave thing, don't they, with glow sticks?
You're looking at me like I know.
Like this. It's like a fluid, like, move your arm.
Maybe you should give it a shot.
Give what a shot?
EDM.
No, I don't want
with
to.
light sticks.
No.
You might be into it. You seemed kind of into it.
I don't want to be.
Okay, well. One more shot?
Why? Who is it? What is it?
Oh, I don't have it pulled up. I'm just saying, I just want you to give it one more chance, but with the dancing.
Why can't I just dance with glow sticks to the music I like to listen to? That sounds better.
I guess.
Quit trying to convince me to like EDM. Never. Never. We posted a video on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah.
And I received a nice compliment that I have to share because I have often been told that I have a very annoying laugh.
Who's told you that?
Oh, lots of people.
Who in your whole life has ever told you that besides yourself?
You don't believe me.
I don't believe anyone has ever said your laugh is annoying.
Let me tell you that there was a guy, and his name was JT.
Okay.
And he lived in the dorms where
All right.
I lived.
So that guy, that one guy.
To my face,
Okay.
That's the only person who's told me.
That one guy who, do you ever see him since then?
No.
No. So, cool.
But when I listen back to stuff that we've talked about, I go, oh, that's an annoying laugh. So I tell myself.
So that one guy's misinformed insult to you
Yes.
is the thing that makes you determine that you have an annoying
Yes.
laugh.
So there was a comment made on the video that we posted that said Chantel's laugh is actually the best. And that made me feel really good. And so I just wanted to publicly say thank you to that person because that was really nice. And that made me feel really good. And even though I go, oh, it's kind of annoying, but thank you for the compliment. There we go.
Here's an interesting thing. Can we for a minute just put away the one that happened 20 whatever years ago?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And erase that now.
Okay.
And replace it with this nice compliment of your laugh being the best, so that from now on, moving forward, when you listen to yourself or hear yourself having a good, joyous time and laughing and having fun, you remember the compliment. And that guy, whoever that guy is,
JT,
whatever, doesn't matter. It happened forever ago, and it was one dude's opinion.
Yeah. That dude wasn't even nice.
So put it away.
Thank you. Therapy session with Josh and Chantel.
Man.
Also, here's the thing. Like, I've heard before that a person's laugh is like their real genuine laugh is like their unfiltered version of themselves.
It's the soul.
And I like that. I think that's awesome. So I genuinely try to, when people laugh, go, that's like the real version of you.
Right. And I've heard on the internet many, many laughs that I go, wow.
Wow.
But I'm not that. I'm a different JT.
You are a JT.
Right.
A better
And
JT.
this JT doesn't go, that guy should get a different laugh. I go, that guy's laugh is very unique. And I've never heard anyone laugh like that.
He told me, this other JT, told me that I did it too much and too loudly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you enjoy having fun and laughing. Yeah, and that guy doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
So who cares about that guy 20 years ago? Nobody. Nobody. That's who.
Emery asked us yesterday what our awkward years were. Sorry, that was my microphone. She wanted to know when our most awkward years were. And I said, have they stopped?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to have stopped?
I feel like my awkward stage happened like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
That's probably when I was just, I'm a gangly weirdo.
I still feel that way. At
You feel like a
43.
gangly weirdo?
Yes.
Oh, no.
But I feel it most happened, 5th. I initially said 7th grade, and then I said, 6th, 7th. And then I said, no, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
No, all the time.
5th, I think.
I think 5th grade was like there's a movie that you have to go watch.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing that happened.
Yeah.
And it was just an awkward time to be a human. The class photo looks weird.
Yep. Your teeth have,
You're
like, you
trying
don't
to-
have all your adult teeth
Trying
sometimes.
to sort things out.
Crooked, but you don't want to get braces just yet. So you got jaggedy teeth.
What? I didn't have jaggedy teeth.
Oh, I didn't either.
You did?
I did.
You had jaggedy
I didn't
teeth.
have jaggedy teeth, but I sucked my thumb for a really long
Sure.
time. And
So
so I
you
had
had-
an overbite. But it was too early for me to get braces. So I just had like a really big overbite. So I had like,
Had?
I spent a lot of money on these teeth.
You don't.
Oh, man.
You don't still have an overbite.
Don't tell
But
my orthodontist.
imagine if you did. You just never got that straightened out as an adult.
I probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like I ever grew out of that awkward stage, though. Do you?
Yeah.
You feel put together?
Way more than I did in the 5th grade. Yeah. I feel like I got a few things going for me that I did not have going for me in the 5th grade.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
If you look at yearbook photos, though, everyone is going through that rough patch. Honestly, I think 5th to at least 8th grade, it's a rough time for everyone.
I would agree. That window in time, 5th grade through 8th grade, is hard, awkward. You're trying to figure out friendships. You grew up with kids in elementary school. They
Yeah.
throw you into a middle school where there's a bunch of different new people.
No, it was one middle school for me.
So
It was
in a
the
bigger city,
it was the same kids.
only slightly bigger than Burley. I went to 3 different elementary schools because they redrew boundaries. So you'd meet new people, whatever, and then you end up going into the junior high at the time. That was all of the elementary schools. So you got to see people that you didn't remember from elementary school, to people that were brand new, to people that were like, holy cow, I haven't seen you in 100 years. But people move and people change, and there's so much going on in that time. There's a lot going on.
I think there's just some people that are better at faking that they have it together than others.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, because there's girls, at least in my middle school, that I would look at and go, oh, man, how come she doesn't have any awkwardness? She looks so put together.
Did you say that?
Not in my
seventh
in
grade.
my
You're
mind.
like, that girl has it all together. You never said that.
No, but I'd say we had horrible PE uniforms. That our colors in junior high were green and yellow.
Okay.
And we had yellow, like mustard yellow shorts
Cool.
and green T-shirts that we had to wear.
Yeah.
And then there was always like 5 girls who could make it work. And I'd be like, oh, man, how come they look good in green and yellow?
Do you have therapy today?
You built a wall of computers up, so I can't even see. Like, you just wanted to not look at me, I guess.
All right. So here's what's going on.
See, look.
In the studio.
Can't see you.
Yeah, because you ducked down. I can do that too.
Barely. Like, I barely nodded my head, and you're gone.
Listen.
I used to have a clear view of you.
And I used to have a crink in my neck that I'm trying to deal with because the studio has been built, I don't know, in the 80s. I don't know what else to say about it. The screens were not ergonomically located.
Ergonomically?
Yeah, ergonomically. So I've done some feng shui in here to make it a little more livable. So for a while, I had an office space. And so when we got done with the show at 10, I would go to an office space where I had a desk. I would sit down and I would work on all the rest of the stuff that happens. And I would be in and out of the studio. Well, over the course of the last couple of months or so, things have changed to where I'm now based in the studio pretty much the whole day, except for some meetings and things that happen outside of here. And the computer monitors, I have 5 of them that I have to use during the show, and you have 2. So there are 7 monitors in here going to make radio happen. And they were all the ones I had to work with were all stacked, and they were all on one side of the room.
Yeah.
So my head was turned.
I know.
And then up and, cranked up and down the whole time.
I know.
So,
and you've been complaining about back pain and neck pain.
There's a mold.
Blah, 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 blah.
So yesterday I was very inspired to do some rearranging. And I said, I'm going to make this feel a little more comfortable to work in since I'm in here pretty much the whole day.
I'm going to block my view of Chantel. That's what you really said.
It's an unfortunate side effect of rearranging is that I don't have a full direct line of sight to you. Now, what's going on your side, though? How are you feeling about your side?
I feel like I like the computer setup that you've done, so I appreciate that. I feel like I've lost some counter space. You seem to think that I have more, but I don't. I also, I get ready here in the mornings. I have makeup and a mirror and a curling iron, and I had a nice little perch where I could put my mirror.
Yeah, and it would fall over, and it would get hit with the microphone.
No.
And it would go clatter, clatter, clatter.
Rarely that happens.
At least once a week.
No.
Yeah.
Like once a month, maybe. Maybe twice a month.
Maybe once a week.
No.
Yeah.
It did not happen that often.
3 to 4 times a month.
No.
Sometimes 5, depending on how many weeks there were in that month. It's fine.
Now I don't have anywhere to put my mirror. I had to put it over. I know. What am I supposed to do? Now I just look like a mess all day?
Or wake up at 4?
That's never going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So you have called it the wall of computers, and that's not inaccurate.
It's
quite the thing to look at. 5 monitors kind of wrapping around in a semicircle around me. I feel like I'm in some kind of mission control,
I know.
which is kind of cool. It's pretty neat.
I'm going to take a picture
Your
of you
view?
From my eyesight. This
Perfect.
is what I see.
Okay.
Chick.
And then hand me your phone here.
Okay.
I'm going to take one from my point of view.
From your eyesight.
Yep. This is right here in my eyeballs. All right. That's what I can see.
Okay. Now, if I don't want to talk to you,
Yeah.
I'll just
which is perfect.
slowly put my head down.
You're still talking to me. I just can't see. All I can see is your forehead.
You can't see what face I'm making.
Nope. And you can't see what face I'm making. So it works out. We could get one of these in the house.
For which room?
Every room. Wall of computers in every room. And then I'll just really get to know your forehead.
Okay, that is a very large forehead that you took a picture of.
It's not.
It kind of is.
It's not.
And I also feel like the picture that I took of you, you like raised your head a little. You did. That's
The ET neck.
I can only see your eyes, but in this picture I can see your nose and mouth.
Yeah.
So that's a lie. You make it seem like I can see more of you, but I can't.
I think you can see enough.
You're right. I can always see enough of you.
Right. And you're hiding. You keep dipping down. Maybe sit up. There it is. Look at that. Hi. I may not be able to see you so well over the wall of computers, but you know what I can see?
What's that?
This squirrel family this morning. They keep running up and down the like right in my peripheral, out of the corner of my eye. They run along this little wall that's outside.
I see them.
There were
sometimes.
like 5 or 6 of them this morning as we were kind of getting things going, and I was watching them kind of run all over the place, and they just kept another one. I'm like, how many? There's a whole family out there.
What I don't enjoy, because I enjoy the squirrels too. I see them quite often, but because it's right outside the window that I sit by. But there is a wall of trees right outside the window.
Yeah.
There is lilac trees. There was a plum tree.
There still is.
There still is, but because the trees were over on the
this side
radio
of the
station property,
right?
The
They got cleaned
owner
up.
decided to trim them. Not the owner, but the manager.
landscaper.
Yeah.
The landscaper decided to trim them.
And trimmed them so far back that now it just looks like a bunch of dead stumps. And it looks so, I hate it so much.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
And I feel like the squirrels hate it too because now they're pretty much open.
They like it because they can run right along that. They don't have the trees obstructing their route.
It just looks uglier than it did.
I don't know, because I think, look, there was the initial shock of the trim, but I think now that the leaves have grown in, it like by this time next year, you're not even going to notice.
I'm going to make a note that you said that.
Okay, write it down.
I did.
True, you didn't, but true fact right there. Like, it's not going to be all big and giant and heavy over the wall like it was.
I liked that.
Earlier this spring and last year. It was too much.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it needed to be cut back.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Well, okay. It's better. It's better for the health of the tree. It's all good. It'll be more fruit and flower bearing. And plus the squirrels like
I kind of like the wall of computers.
Yeah, I know.
Because when I just don't want to hear what you have to say, I can just...
You can still hear it. You're wearing headphones.
Crouch
you can't
down.
escape what I'm saying. You just can't see me saying it.
Okay, then I'll maybe just take off the headphones.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So now you can just hear me talking in the room. You still can hear me. You're going to have to plug your ears.
Dang it.
Or leave the room. Dang it. Yeah. Do you believe it's been 3 weeks since the Teton Pass had its catastrophic failure?
3 weeks?
It's been 3 weeks.
God, time is crazy.
Isn't that wild?
It doesn't seem like that long.
I totally agree with you.
I would have said a week.
3 cities, those being Driggs, Victor, and Jackson. Those 3 cities anxiously anticipating the reopening of the pass.
You read something that said that people that were commuting from Driggs to Jackson.
Yeah, the long way, because you have to go all the way around and then down to Alpine and then up the Hoback Junction. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
You said it took hours.
Oh, it's hours.
And hours.
It's
and
hours. Yeah. And it's about 20% of the town of Jackson's workforce that commutes from Idaho every day. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of commuters.
Yeah. And of course, Driggs
I hope they're
and
listening
Victor.
to Classy 97 when they're commuting.
Hey, yeah. Hi. Driggs and Victor obviously benefit big from the crowds that are drawn to Jackson, and not having the pass open there. They've seen a decline. The mayor of Victor, says they've estimated they've lost about $600,000 a day in the city of Victor alone, just because there aren't people coming through to go that way to Jackson. So
how much a day?
He said they're losing about $600,000 a day.
Woo!
Yeah, it's pretty wild, right? But here's the good news. As of yesterday, they have begun paving their fix, the new kind of turn they put in, where the failure happened. And so they are anticipating reopening of the Teton Pass on Friday in 2 days.
Do you trust it?
Okay, now that's an interesting question, because there is a councilwoman from Jackson named Jessica Chambers she wrote a 3-page editorial specifically saying, are we moving too quickly? Like, you can read the whole editorial that she wrote, but it's she says she still has concerns and anxieties about it. And she says, I know that trust wants to be reestablished, and I'm all for that. I appreciate everything everyone's doing. I just don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anything to be impacted for a long term. And she believes there's a lot of rush to get the pass back open for workers commuting and for tourists that are coming from Idaho.
Yeah.
And so she's like, yeah, I get it. But this is, are we moving too quick? Now, on the other side of that, the Wyoming Department of Transportation is assuring travelers that they are continuing to test and monitor the area to ensure safety. There's a chief engineer geologist who said they are really looking at the groundwater levels, because that's what kind of caused this whole thing in the beginning. So they're really paying attention to a lot of that.
Okay, good.
And will be moving forward. The project manager and the engineer involved in this, his name is Bob, says that the temporary detour should be stable for travelers to pass through without restriction. However, he said the only thing we want people to do is slow down. There will continue to be construction vehicles on the road because they're going to continue to work up until winter on improving this detour and stuff. But it could reopen Friday. It's on schedule to reopen Friday.
Makes my guts hurt.
I get it, but it's a big deal.
I know it is. And I want to trust those people, and I do. I know that those people know exactly what they're doing. They're trained professionals.
Right.
But I would not be wanting to drive slow over that path.
You don't want
because what if it collapses while I'm on top of it?
You should be the first one.
No.
We should get you in a big heavy dump truck.
Actually,
let you be the first.
The first one is okay because
100th.
Yeah, it's like the thousands that pass through that weaken the core structure of it, you know?
You think?
Yeah.
You think more than that giant steamroller that vibrates the whole ground and packs the earth?
But it's new. It's going to be like the millionth steamroller that goes by. And then it's like, I'm too weak. I can't sustain you.
Okay. Well, Chantel may not be going over
no,
it.
I probably won't not.
But it's supposed to reopen on Friday.
We haven't been to Jackson in a really long time.
I know.
Maybe we'll go give it a go.
Let's
take a test drive over the pass.
Let's go see what happens.
Okay.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You just end up in a pile of rubble? You know?
Joshua.
My full name. 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. Full name. I'm on a streak.
On Tuesday, if you have HBO Max, the new season of Hard Knocks comes out.
Really?
Yeah. Now, Hard Knocks.
One of the shows that made you fall in love with football.
I wouldn't say I fell in love with football. Made me interested in football. I dipped a toe into football. I was curious about football.
Okay, so anyway, last season was all about the Dolphins. This season is?
This season is the off season with the New York Giants.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the Giants, but it might be led to believe that I might become a Giants fan because I like when they add human elements to these athletes. I like when they get personal with them and they show their family and they show them being good husbands and fathers.
Sure.
And
Well, off-season is going to
sons.
be interesting because off-season is going to be everything that's happened since the end of their season.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the breaks they took.
Yeah.
It's going to be how they get ready for the next season. It's going to
Probably
be the draft.
draft.
It's going to be all that stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Is there anybody from the Giants that I know?
I don't know, but the rest of the whole thing is that this is probably a special Hard Knocks because it's just off season, right? And the regular season starts in August. So are they going to stick with the Giants through the regular Hard Knocks season, or are they going to do off season with this team and then they're going to do the actual Hard Knocks season with another team?
Oh, good. I don't know. I really like these shows,
know
though.
you do.
I think they're fascinating. It makes me appreciate and understand the game more.
It's true.
And
that's why you fall in love with football.
I didn't fall in love. I have a crush.
Chantel
on
and
football.
sitting in a tree.
Josh, listen to this. Do you like Hallmark movies?
I don't know. I don't actively watch them.
Do you like Christmas Hallmark movies?
They're okay.
Do you
they're
like-
just a sappy romance stuff. Like I like a Christmas comedy or a Christmas adventure or an animated Christmas movie.
This might be a Christmas adventure. Do you like the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, you're in luck. Because Hallmark and the Kansas City Chiefs have made a plan to work together to make a movie. It's called Holiday Touchdown, A Chiefs Love Story. And it has nothing to do with Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift.
No, they're just attaching their names to it, and they're going to have two actors that weirdly resemble them and have similar careers. It'll be a whole thing.
Let me tell you, Elena is sure that her family's lifelong history as a Kansas City Chiefs superfan makes them a front runner to win the team's Fan of the Year contest.
I see.
Derek, director of fan engagement, is tasked with evaluating how Elena and her family stack up against the other two finalists. As the pair spends time together, it's clear that there's a spark between them.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
There you go. Holiday Touchdown, A Chiefs Love Story.
So they're making these Christmas movies right now with the plan of this coming out this Christmas. You'll be able to watch this one.
I don't know when it's going to be
Guaranteed it's going to be one of the first ones because they are trying to strike while that iron is hot.
Oh, absolutely they are. Yeah, I think that's probably, I know that production has begun, but I don't have a release date.
Okay. That's fine. We don't need that much information about it. But thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. They should have done it with the Minnesota Vikings. It would have been better. MTV News. Remember MTV News?
With Kurt Loder?
Kurt Loder.
Hey.
Yeah, he was the big one, right?
Yeah.
And they had others throughout the years, but I remember watching MTV News. They just pulled its digital archive, making thousands of news stories, profiles, interviews dating back to 1996, no longer accessible on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems interesting.
They said that it became too expensive to keep it up. So Paramount kind of owned the site.
Okay.
And they were unwilling to pay for E&O errors. So the E&O insurance, which is errors and omissions insurance, which is what?
If I think that's what if the story had inaccurate information,
Yes.
they would have to do corrections or
yes.
whatever.
So it's basically like every piece of content published on a site like that comes with a certain amount of risk. So you have to have liability and licensing and insurance costs.
All right.
Like, is there a sentence that's inaccurate? Does a negative review contain something that an artist might find libelous? Is a photo or video properly licensed? Is it all copyrighted, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So they decided that the cost of doing all of this licensing was too astronomical. So they just said, we're not going to pay for this anymore or at all. But then a lot of people are like, well, with a brand and the legacy of MTV and MTV News, there isn't a reason why it shouldn't been generating revenue in the first place. Like you could monetize the archive and get sponsorships or production or provide new content in a new way.
Right.
But they're just unwilling to do it.
Yeah.
So,
well, MTV not doing something about music news is not surprising. Because all I ever see on that channel is Rob Dyrdek's crazy viral video show. That's the only thing that's ever on. So it's not like they got a lot going.
No, when was the last time you even watched MTV?
And I'll also point out the very first thing that they tried to do was come out swinging at radio. Ha ha ha! MTV.
Who's laughing now?
Well, everybody at Rob Dyrdek's viral video show, but that's it. That's all they got. I think Rob Dyrdek owns MTV at this point.
Video killed the radio star.
Nope. Try harder next time. Josh and Chantel, and your would you rather this or that question of the day.
Would you rather... Oh, where did it go? I lost it. Would you rather fight 1,000 ant-sized polar bears?
No. What? 1,000 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or one polar bear-sized ant?
Definitely not that.
Polar bears are vicious.
I'm doing some research.
What kind of research are you doing? Josh?
If you had to guess, how many ants could you squish in one footstep?
If I 47.
Way more than 47.
What does Google say? What does your research tell you?
Well, then I wanted to find out how many ants would it take to lift up a person laying down. And here's what I found out. It would not be possible for any number of ants to lift a person.
Really?
Because the amount of weight bearing down on each ant would crush it no matter how many there were.
Okay. All right.
Because you have to think of the weight and the actual entire thickness of the human body above them with all that air pressure.
So what are you picking, bud?
Oh, I'm picking all the ant-sized whatever.
The ant-sized polar bears?
Yeah.
The 1,000 ant-sized polar bears?
Yeah. Because between the amount that I could squish under my 1 foot and just laying down, I win.
You would smash as many as you can with your foot, and then the ones that you didn't smash with your foot, you would just steamroll over with your body. Is that what you're saying?
That's my tactic. I think I'd lose to the polar bear-sized ant.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that's my answer.
I always appreciate the amount of research that goes into you. You're very logical about your answer, and I appreciate that.
Well, give me
you.
the weirdest hypotheticals ever, and I'm going to try to apply logic to them. That's how this game works every day. What'd you pick?
The same one that you picked.
Yeah, of course you did. Classy 97, Josh and Chantel, you're better today than yesterday daily challenge. You need some more inner peace, because that's what we talked about yesterday.
Do we have
and
more
this
inner
one
peace?
literally says, give yourself inner peace.
It must know that I need a lot of inner peace.
Give yourself inner peace by letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Grab yourself a note, a little piece of paper. Write down 3 things that you're going to let go of. Then rip it up and throw it away.
3 things that no longer serve you?
That you're going to let go of. Rip it up and then throw it away.
Okay. I have some questions.
I've read you everything. The what's the line from Taskmaster? All of the instructions are on the task.
But
on a piece of paper.
Can I have some examples?
On a piece of paper, write down 3 things you're letting go of, then rip it up and throw it away. Give yourself inner peace by letting go of the things that no longer serve you.
What my therapist would agree with this task. She would tell me to do
Today's been a day of Chantel therapy.
It has. Every day is a day of Chantel therapy. What are you going to write on your list?
I don't know. but I'm certainly not going to let you copy it. Write down your own list.
Are you going to write down my name on your list?
Nope.
Good answer.
Why would I ever?
You want me to serve you? Serve you dinner? Take off
Yes,
your
that's
boots
right.
when you come home?
Yes. Now we're talking.
That's never going to happen, bud.
I know. I've come to terms. That you're better today than yesterday. Daily Challenge. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 week away from the 4th of July.
Holy moly.
Mm-hmm. Catch the show on demand anytime you want. It's available as a podcast everywhere you get podcasts.
I like that it's on demand. Like, I demand to listen.
I demand to listen now. I don't want to listen when it's happening. I want to listen later.
I demand it.
It's on in the morning, but I sleep then. I work at night. I want to hear the show. Well, now you can.
Now you can.
On demand. When you can listen. Everywhere podcasts are available. Just search for Wake Up Classy 97.
On demand when you can.
Have a good Wednesday. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.